Your account was transferred from Litigation Practice Group to Phoenix Law Group, and now it may go to the company called Monday Law Group, but you're probably wondering, what do I do in these situations? Today, we're gonna give you 3 crucial questions that you can ask Phoenix Law Group to help you understand what exactly they are doing for you. Welcome to the Ascend Finance YouTube channel, where we cover such topics as debt validation, Phoenix Law Group, companies that are in this space to help you get out of debt cheaper, easier, and faster, and understand your options. My name is Ben, and I'm one of the co-founders here at Ascend. Now, before we get started, this is for informational purposes only and shouldn't be construed as financial or legal advice. Also, if you like this video, I always appreciate the like, and if you want additional content to help you get out of debt cheaper, easier, and faster, please consider subscribing, as we're constantly trying to produce unbiased content to help you in many different ways, right? So without further ado, here are 3 questions that you can ask Phoenix Law Group. First, what services are you actually going to provide me? Now, we created a similar video for Morning Law Group because Phoenix Law Group is now getting tied into Morning Law Group, but I think it's really important to understand what services you're actually going to receive, right? And before I jump into that, I wanna let you know, we just created a different video called What Services Debt Validation Companies Often Provide that kind of cover the value and the cost of debt validation and help you compare those options. So if you have a chance to watch it, I'll put a link over here that you can watch that video, because I think it's really important to understand what do you actually get for your fees, right? So you ask Phoenix Law Group what services they offer, and now you may want to try to put some sort of value on these services, right? So if they say, we're going to validate your debt, you can ask yourself, how much would it actually cost for you personally to validate your debt, sending free debt validation letters yourself, right? We have a free template. I can put a link in the description below, right? How much is it going to actually cost you to send debt validation to all your creditors, right? Now, if they say, we're going to fight on behalf of your creditors, you may actually ask what that means. If it's valid debt, what are they actually going to be doing to fight on your behalf, right? They might try to settle, they might try to do something else. It's really important to understand what exactly they mean when they're going to say that they're fighting on your behalf to creditors. Now, if they say, we're going to stop all your creditor calls, you're not going to get any debt collection calls, I want you to ask, how is that any different than you going around and telling your debt collectors to stop calling you per the FDCPA Act? The FDCPA Act provides authorization for you to tell creditors they can't call you anymore. So if they're saying, we're going to do all these services that you can do for free, then what are you paying per month for this? $400, $500, $600, $1,000, $2,000 for, maybe something that is not actually as complicated as it looks, right? Here's the second question you can ask Phoenix. Does the money I provide you go into a special purpose escrow account to settle accounts? Now, debt relief is often more expensive than debt validation. Debt relief is also known as debt settlement, debt reduction, debt negotiation, right? Because your money is going to a special purpose escrow account. It's your money that goes to an account that's used to settle your debt and pay the debt settlement fees. Debt relief is more expensive, but in my opinion, it's not that much more expensive than debt validation. So is this debt validation company actually putting any money aside so that if you do get sued, you have money to settle? Or do they is all the money to their fees and you have to actually come up with money when you get sued, right? So just a quick example, let's say you have a $10,000 debt, you get sued for that debt. Now you have to settle that for $7,500, right? And with debt settlement, you have money available, maybe in that situation, to settle your debt from that escrow account. With debt validation, you may not have any money available because none of the money you put into the account is going to be used to settle. So you have to actually come up with $7,500 on your own versus having money available in that escrow account to settle if you get sued. And that brings me to my last question you can ask Phoenix Law. What happens if I get sued for valid debt? So let's say, Phoenix Law sends a debt validation letter for your account and the debt comes back as valid. And then let's say this creditor sues you for the unpaid debt. How will Phoenix Law actually help you solve that? Will they charge you fees for the attorney to represent you? Will they make you come up with funds for the debt settlement? Oftentimes, because you're not actually putting money aside for debt settlement, you might have to put up all the money yourself, right? So it's just really important to potentially ask these 3 questions to Phoenix Law to understand what services they're providing you and whether the value of those services is worth your monthly fee to them. If you have any questions, please give us a call at 833-272-3631, as we're always helping people understand how to, solve debt, get out of debt cheaper, easier, and faster. If it's helpful, please comment below. I try to answer as many questions as I can, as quickly as I can. We are getting a lot busier, but I always want you to know that we are in your corner. We're trying to help you get out of debt cheaper, easier, and faster. If you're interested in getting out of debt cheaper, easier, and faster. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you have a great day.